Anytime someone sends Bitcoin somewhere in the world, a lot of extraordinary things happens behind the scenes. Given the fact that these transactions are not processed or approved by the banks, they are not processed by the government, and there's no company that controls these transactions. The question is, who then keeps track of every transaction made? The answer is blockchain. Hello everyone, you are welcome once more to the MDB Crypto Academy. Here we make understanding cryptocurrency very easy. We are on the journey of transforming a normal beginner to a pro in understanding what cryptocurrency is. In today's lesson, we are going to be understanding what blockchain is, how it works, and why blockchain is considered today as one of the greatest technological innovations of the 21st century. Before understanding cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and the rest, we first need to understand the technology that powers these cryptocurrencies. What is the technology behind cryptocurrencies? That technology is blockchain. You know, for many years now, there has been a total mix-up among people. A lot of people think blockchain and Bitcoin are the same thing, that they are the same thing. But I am here today to make you understand that blockchain and Bitcoin are not the same. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. Meanwhile, blockchain is a technology. Blockchain is the technology that powers Bitcoin. So, without blockchain today, there will be no Bitcoin. I will give you a practical life example. Take for instance, consider Bitcoin as a car, and consider the engine of that car as the blockchain. Because without the engine of that car cannot move. So, without the blockchain technology, Bitcoin wouldn't be existing today. So, the bigger question is, what is blockchain? What is blockchain? Let's find out. What is blockchain? Blockchain is a digital record book. A digital record book that stores information in a transparent, secured, and organized manner. So, on the blockchain, information is stored in a secured manner, a transparent manner, and in an organized manner. So what happens on the blockchain? What happens on the blockchain is, instead of storing information on a single computer like our traditional banking system, all your information, your transaction information are safe on their database. Their database is on a single computer and is controlled by that bank, making it easy for a transaction to be modified, maybe with your knowledge or without. So, how is the blockchain different? How the blockchain works is, instead of keeping a copy of every transaction on a single computer, thousands, like the same copy of that transaction is shared to thousands of interconnected computers around the world. These interconnected computers are called nodes, blockchain node. So instead of a single transaction being recorded on a single computer, this transaction, thousands of copies of it are sent to thousands of interconnected computers around the world. This makes it very difficult for this transaction to be modified. So, when a transaction takes place on the blockchain, that transaction is verified. When that transaction is verified, it is processed. Once it is processed, a block is formed for that transaction. And once that block is formed, that block is saved in a very organized manner, with the new block being attached to the previous ones in a very organized manner. So, why is it called blockchain? From the name is very simple. Block. A block means it is a container. A block is a container that stores information. So, once a transaction takes place, a block is created. Consider this block as a container that is created to save that information, that transaction. In a bank, when a transaction is concluded, you are being issued bank tellers to confirm that transaction. But on a blockchain, a container is created, and this containers is being linked to the previous one. The previous one means the previous transaction that took place. And once this block is being created, there is no way it can be modified. And chain means it is organized in a chronological manner. This is just the manner in which these blocks are being organized. Take for instance, you are organizing boxes. You are keeping these boxes in a chronological manner. At the end, when you finish arranging these boxes, you link them with a chain. This is what happens on the blockchain technology. So these blocks are formed. They are connected from one block to another via this chain I'm saying. Hence the name blockchain technology, which is like, so the blockchain technology is like a digital ledger where every transaction is recorded. And due to the fact that a copy of every transaction is shared to thousands of interconnected computers around the world, it makes blockchain technology very secure, and nobody can modify a transaction that has occurred already. Yeah, there is no way anybody can modify a transaction that has taken place already. This makes a blockchain technology very easy and transparent, very secured. So stay with me on this one, because very soon we'll be getting to discuss about the blockchain node. You understand how these interconnected computers run. So we can see that the blockchain is very different from our traditional monetary system, because our traditional monetary system manages every transaction. Every bank manages transaction, record that transaction. But on the blockchain, a copy of every transaction is shared to thousands of computers around the world, interconnected computers around the world. This makes blockchain very special. So, what are some real use cases of blockchain? Who can use blockchain? Everybody can use blockchain. The crypto industry is already using blockchain to run cryptocurrencies, cryptography. So, the medical industry, the medical sector is also using blockchain to store patients' medical records. The banks are using blockchain technology to do international transfer very fast. The government is using blockchain technology to store vital information. Every sector, at a certain point, everyone is using blockchain technology with or without knowing. So, the big question is, why do people choose to use blockchain? Why do people choose to use blockchain? It is simple. First, it is transparent. Transactions that occurs on the blockchain are recorded on a public chain. Everyone can see those transactions. You can see transactions as occurred from every part of the world, wheresoever you are. You can see the transactions. The good thing is you cannot modify those transactions. You can only see that this transaction has taken place, but you cannot modify those transactions. You see the transaction hash. If you want to get details of that transaction, you click on the transaction hash and you will be given details of that transaction, where at what time it took place, the quantity that was sent or received. The next good thing is it is very secured. It is very secure. No one can break into the blockchain technology. It's very secure. Yeah. The third is it cannot be modified. You cannot modify the information. Once the block is formed, the information in that block cannot be modified again. Once a transaction has occurred, that transaction has been verified, that transaction has been processed, and a block has been formed and linked to the previous one via the change, there is no way that transaction can be altered again. And the fourth, blockchain is decentralized, which is very important. It is not controlled by central authority. It's not controlled by the banks. It's not controlled by the government. No company controls the blockchain technology. And due to the fact that it's very secure, advanced cryptography has come in and protect people's information. Your information cannot be leaked. That's why many people prefer to use blockchain technology today. And we are using blockchain technology on our daily basis without even knowing. So, what are our key takeaways from today's lesson? Our key takeaways from today's lesson is, first, blockchain is a digital record book where information is stored. Blockchain is secured, transparent, and decentralized. Information on the blockchain cannot be altered. Information is stored in the form of blocks and connected in a chronological manner in chains, hence leading to the name blockchain. And finally, we are going to be concluding on today's lesson. We actually came to the conclusion of today's lesson, and one thing we should know is blockchain is changing the way the world stores, share, and protect digital information. It may sound very complicated in the beginning for you to comprehend, but one thing is very simple for you to understand. The purpose of blockchain is create a secure record that anyone can verify anywhere around the world. That means every transaction created, every block created can be verified by anybody around the world without anyone being able to secretly alter the information on that block behind. Like no one can go behind and alter that information. That is the concept of the blockchain technology. So on now we will be discussing about the history of blockchain. We are also going to be talking on who created this technology. And we are also going to finalize it by talking on how Bitcoin introduced blockchain to the world, because blockchain has been existing before Bitcoin came in. Bitcoin came in and introduced blockchain to the world. So we're going to be dipping deep into this fascinating technology. I will see you on the next one. I hope you enjoy yourself throughout this lesson as we are getting deeper and deeper into cryptocurrency. Remember, if you have questions, don't hesitate to drop them at my comment section. I am always reading your comments and I will reply to them. If I don't reply to them directly in my subsequent videos, hopefully I'm going to reply to your questions and doubts. And please, if you are learning, if you are enjoying yourself, help me and subscribe to this channel. You share, you invite friends. Let's grow the channel. Let many people learn this technology. And I will see you on the next one. And until then, stay blessed.